if we don't get necessarily a good merger, like it might just be time to sell the city and then either call it quits or go somewhere else.
If you get a bad merger, bro, 385's always got a home, as I always tell all my friends. It's a home. It's a home. Home away from home.
The only thing that definitely is a factor is you. I would want a city like closer to like what I have because like you can't go backwards. I feel like it's so true. Where we were telling Woody like once you have a city like that, like you just can't go backwards in a sense.
Well, yes and no. I completely get what you're saying, but like when it turns into like, let's say like for example, let me see somebody who's kind of moved around a lot. Um,
I'm jealous.
Cash.
Cash. No, Cash is a different breed. He's a different breed.
He's in a
Can't
new
really,
home every week.
yeah. He literally changes houses like
You,
songs.
he's in the 425,
I would
373,
I would say
85.
in certain aspects though, there is kind of like a benefit to just being able to go to a nation that you know is actually like doing well and like they got the same mindset in a sense. I understand where it also kind of is like I get both sides of like how people react to like changing nations and moving. Like sometimes it's kind of tough, especially when your nation's in like a bad spot, so to speak. Like let's say they're just doing terrible, they got a shitty merge, and you've been there from the very get go. You've been borderline a nation leader. In your aspect, that's kind of right. So it'd be like if I were to leave like 385 in a downfall, like if I were to just bounce and go, let's say to like 219 because I know they're successful. Like if I were to go there, it kind of just looks like, all right, well now he just left because he went for a better situation. But like if it's just there's no hope, like there is no hope. Like it's just you just gained a bunch of farmers that just don't do nothing. You can't fix it. Then I could say like, yeah, that's probably better off to move, even if you're taking like kind of a little bit of a downgrade, if that makes any sense.
No, you're
Very quick question. Are you supposed to be live right now?
I think I am live
You're not live.
on YouTube. Are you sure?
Yeah, I looked.
Double check,
You
cause
know,
I'm. Hold on, let me go double check, cause I'm almost 1,000% positive I am live. Yeah, I am live. I
oh,
think.
now you are.
Yo,
All
yo.
right.
What's up, Polo?
Well, you hit the nail on the head with the, if you get a bad merge, you can't do anything. Yeah, I've been there, done that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I can see like certain aspects of a nation, like absolutely, especially let's say like for instance, like let's say I was a shitty leader, like I couldn't get my nation in order. I wasn't somebody you could like count on to get something done. Now, if let's for instance say like Johnny's in my nation, so we can use him. So let's say Johnny's sitting there in my nation and he's looking at me trying to like do whatever the hell I'm doing, but he can't trust me because he thinks I'm trash at leading, or everybody thinks I'm trash at leading. Now we also get a shitty merger. Are you gonna stick with somebody you can't trust to actually fix something and like make that nation good, or are you gonna just go and find a better scenario? You know, if that makes any sense.
no, I can say like
Like there's some nations like this. There's no hope. There's just
if I'm
zero
gonna
hope.
if I'm gonna play it
Three
and
three
then
seventy four.
374.
he's actually winning now. Like he's got that nation like running smoothly. Like I was like for the most part, like everybody's in one. Like for us, like we literally are more unified now. To be honest with you, there's just no activity. Like everybody bubbles now. Everybody's on the same page. We literally in I want to say a week and a half or a week, we went from 12 billion BP like global to 8 billion BP. Like we knocked down 4 billion BP. Like that's how unified we are. But we still like there's just no activity. We're at a burnout phase right now.
I mean, that those type of moments happen, but like that's a matter of now. Are you like looking into your lines, like who got what, who's got like for I'm gonna use another analogy, like for a nation like a nation. The only nation I really could say is 52. I know they got their drama. I'm not going to bring up their drama, but like let's say 52, the way they bring in their cities and like they kind of do things, they kind of coordinate who's getting where the cities end up. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. But they coordinate who their cities go to, and I'm not gonna lie. In 385, I've kind of coordinated and brought that type of a atmosphere to 385. And are you doing that in 372 is kind of, I feel as if every nation should be doing that in an aspect. So if somebody's not active, find out why they're not active, try to figure out what you can do to get them to be active or whether they're trying to get rid of the city or not. I don't know how close your alliance is, but like crowdfund the city. Like be like, yo, listen, we're trying to get this guy out the game. He's not playing that much. I'd like to recruit somebody better, put them in that city. Boom. Now you have another city that's active again, and you just gotta constantly keep repeating that cycle. Whereas if you're constantly building your nation back up, so even when you're waiting for your merger, you're still kind of growing, if that makes sense. That may that may not.
I mean, sorry, you're right about that. Like, if your leadership has total control of where your most strongest cities will go to and to whom, because you wouldn't want your strongest cities to go to the wrong person, meaning someone that barely spends, barely joins activities, and just doesn't follow the model of
Of the nation.
what your nation is built in. Yeah, because a lot of people once if they have a bad merger, they want to join a top alliance of a top nation, like let's say 385, 269, 52, 219, and then you get these random people and you don't know them. So that's why most of these nations they have people in their leadership that will kind of like interview these guys just to make sure, like, will you be a perfect fit for our nation? Because if you're not, don't waste your money here.
The
Absolutely.
whole background check.
Exactly.
Everybody is required a background check.
Correct. And that's kind of a model I follow for 385 is I really like I bring in people, I'll bring them in, I'll make sure I know they're the right fit. But the thing is we still keep an access line to the city. And it's kind of more or less like where we're just you know what I mean? We're keeping an eye on whether this player is actually participating, he's actually good for our nation. And the thing is we also do teach and kind of give guidance where that is. Like for instance, like sorry, Jollis, for using you as an example, but like Jollis, he came over, he hung around in a C-36 for a while, and now he's in a strong C-38 chilling because I watched him play. I've known him prior to bringing him in, but like he came in, he did everything, he fit the mold of 385, he works well with us, and we gave him an upgrade. It's just like that those type of like vibes is where a lot of nations I feel lack on is the fact that they don't really kind of view other options instead of just seeing a city like, oh, let's just give it to this non-spender who's not going to grow it, just going to constantly do it, because now a city that was advanced is now just going to slowly decline, and now it's no longer an advanced city. It's just a useless city sitting there.
But people usually do that to the players that are super active. Like, we do see that someone who's not a heavy spender but is very active is still a valuable member of the team.
Well, that's good though. Still, like I'm not saying all non-spenders are like shouldn't get like those type of cities. No, they should. I've given non-spenders very good cities on multiple occasions. It's
but it wouldn't be your first option.
Yes, it wouldn't be my first option.
Yeah.
I will try and give them a lower tier city and kind of well, it's still strong, but like it's a lower tier city in a sense, and I know it's going to be active, and it will still grow. It's just not going to grow at a faster pace. I just don't want to give them like a city like for instance, let's say my city right now. If I were to like hand my city to a non-spender, this city is never going to grow. It's just going to stay where it is. It's going to stay stagnant. It'll be active, very active, but it's going to be stagnant. It's not going to be able to do what it's capable of doing.
Yeah, because the first priority for most nations is to grab more spenders. The more spenders you grab, the stronger cities you can have.
Yes, and you want that top city, that advanced city, to continue to be an advanced city because that's what helps your nation be good, is that you have an advanced city to be able to do certain shit that most cities can't do. So if you let that city go to a non-spender and it doesn't continue to keep growing, what was the point of that first player initially spending so much money on that city to be an advanced city if it's just going to stay stagnant?
Yeah, but let's not say that that's the only reason that the nation will become good, because
Well, no,
also
it's not the only.
activity plays a big role here.
It does, absolutely. And I'm a nation that prides itself on being an active nation, like an active
Yeah,
alliance.
like you can see Polos and Chickens Nation, their average is really low, but they have a lot of activity. And that's what makes them super strong is their activity, even though their average is not as high as, let's say, 219 or 52.
Correct. It,
Yeah.
it plays a role. It plays a very big role, and it's always played that role. Like I mean, even before when my average was like low 700s, like I mean, and even if it was even low 700s, it could have even been like mid 600s. Like I was still very active. I was still a top like nation in terms of elite wars, winning wars, all that stuff, just simply off the basis that I could bring 70 to 80 at you at any given moment.
Yep, totally agree.
Yeah, but you're also at the mercy of like the owner of the city, though, too.
Yes and no, but like you also can like yes, it's very tedious to sit there and talk to people all the time, but like checking in on people like we have like players that kind of are off and on, like they barely participate, and like being able to like hit them up, and be like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Like, you good? Like, dude, you haven't played. You have like 100 rep. You've been resetted for like 3 months now. Like, you only have 100 rep. Like, what's going on? Or you have
No,
zero.
but I mean,
What are you
like
doing?
the cities that are strong, like I'm not just gonna buy every city. To be honest with you,
I'm
like
not saying
that's a whole.
I'm not saying you just buy a city. I'm not saying that at all. Like I'm saying like you could easily like you got 100 members in your alliance, all of which want to win. Yeah, they're in the top alliance. They want to win. Now, if you just everybody chips in like let's say $5, $5, everybody chips in. Boom. You just bought yourself maybe one city, and you have a little fund for the next city that comes available. It's just like little things like that. You take that new city that you just got, upgrade somebody if you don't have a recruit waiting, upgrade somebody that's highly active. Now they have a stronger city, and that city's active, and then you can just go down the chain and keep upgrading active members. That's how I always have been doing any type of things for 385. I always upgrade people if I can.
Well, it's not just city-wise too, right? But like if you're close on uranium to a milestone, let's say C37, and you get your shredders, somebody needs 50K uranium, same thing, right?
Exactly.
Pitching $5 here, $5 there. You can get them across the line, and your nation's stronger.
Just simply off of just donating a quick little $5 here and there that like you probably would have fucking blew on some stupid shit. It's like little things like that, and it also not only is it helping your nation, but it's also helping your alliance be more like, all right, my nation's counting on me. Like this is kind of fire. Like they helped me get to this point. Now I gotta show up. Like they did this for me. Let me show up. It just kind of makes a bigger bond for your alliance.
Yeah, I guess I just, personally, like, I'm about teamwork, but at the same time, I'm you gotta get there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Figure
I
it
mean, it
out.
takes time. You're not gonna just walk in and just be able to just do those type of things. I mean, I've been doing this for um I want to say it's been about 2.5 years since I started like really going hard with like helping people out and kind of just crowdfunding things and kind of helping each other grow in a sense. So
I also think when you do that, it also kind of revitalizes the person. Like I know for me, when I'm like again right now, I'm like 400K away from EMPs on the one city, and it gets stagnant after a while. But then, like when you get that little extra push, like I know it then spurred me on my 37 for shredders to all of a sudden be like, all right, I'm going to push through this. So I think again, $5 from each person in the alliance to push somebody through also then gives that person the extra motivation to go even further with it as well.
It does, because it also kind of just puts in their head like, all right, these guys care about me being here. Like they care. They want to see me grow. They want to see me succeed. They want to succeed together. So like, let me go out there and actually prove that I can go out there and do these sort of things that they expect me to do. I mean, it's just little things. It's just like real life. Like, you know what I mean? It's just trying to motivate people to do that extra thing and show that you actually care. You know what I mean? It's not just like, bro,
100%.
it's definitely just, I think it's more motivating than anything.
And it is a great feeling when people chip in and do shit for you like that. Like it makes the person feel good about the alliance they're in and the people they're playing with, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And honestly, it helps out even for like events. Like I know DoD is kind of like a worthless event, or Triangle, or kind of a worthless event. But like if you're just genuinely kind of having fun, like, and you make that attempt because you're like, oh fuck it, let's see how far we can go. We're not gonna go crazy on spending, but let's see how far we can go. You know what I mean? Like when you do that, it's like, all right, so we're in a sticky situation. We could probably win this war, this little war, in this DoD or this triangle. We could win this war, but it's gonna take kind of like a shit ton of money. But you look at it, you're like, all right, well, what happens if we all just chip in $5, get this guy an AFP or a gold shield? Boom. It takes like 5 seconds, and you're like, oh shit, we were easily able to get that and then some. You turn around and win a war, and you barely spent anything. You're basically just like spreading the toll, so to speak, like the load.
Yeah, you're spreading the cost out over the members,
Exactly.
which makes sense. It does.
And it turns out to be a lot cheaper, because now if I say, oh yeah, I'll toss in $5 here, or I'll toss in $10 here, I probably would have spent more on that trying to fix that like error that we couldn't use that initial buff. So it's like it helps out over time, and it honestly makes events a lot cheaper. Like I think the last DoD we played 5-2-4 in the finals, and we all were chipping in to help get like random buffs. We barely spent anything, like anything at all. Like it looked like expensive. If you're looking at it, it looked like it was super expensive. But when it came down to it, I think I spent like $50, $50 to $100.
Yeah, no, that DoD really wasn't bad at all.
Not at all. It looked awful, but at the end of the day, it was spread out between 100 members, so it was like super easy.
I mean, at least you didn't have to deal with a alliance that they have the one guy putting gold shields on everybody.
No, it wasn't just one guy, but it was I believe it. Yeah, so 5-2-4 was a great one. So we had them, and initially everybody asked for they asked for no buffs, but obviously every for the initial event when we first merged, we said that we would actually try on every event that came out. We'd give our one attempt to win that event for the merger. Like, so basically the first month and a half, I think it is, you cycle through all the events. So we said that we'd try every event and see how we do, and then we wouldn't try no more. So Triangle, the first one we did, we tried, we won it. Honestly, that was probably one of the funner events, like randomly just out of nowhere, because we had a lot of fun with it. We were crowdfunding, we were enjoying it. It was pretty expensive in total, because we had a tough matchup all the way through. But DoD, the last DoD wasn't so bad. We had a lot of easy matchups going all the way up to the finals. So that was fun, but we won't really try like that anymore. It's just not necessary.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Nah, it's cool, but like if we do the crowdfunding, it's cool, but like right now we're focused so heavy on GC that it's not worth it to even spend in those events right now.
I mean, for a solid alliance, just having 2 to even 1 or 3 prioritized events just, helps the team overall, because obviously if you're focused on every event, a lot of people will not have any money in their bank account.
Correct. It definitely takes
Yeah.
a toll on you.
They do.
Especially for medium to low spenders. I mean, if you're trying on every event, you basically take up that entire bankroll just for funding the event items. And therefore, their city, it's impossible for them to grow. It literally is just impossible.
Correct. Like our first month and a half was really rough on some of our lower end spenders. It was definitely like they were having a lot of fun. So I'll give them that. Like a lot of our lower spenders, they had a lot of fun in those experiences.
No mercy.
Yeah, but now it's kind of like we've settled down. We know where we're going in terms of what events we're gonna play and go hard on. It seems like a lot of members are on board for the most part. Like they kind of just know. We don't really have to talk too much about it. They just know, all right, so these are the events we're focused on, and that's about it. We don't really have any guys that want to be like, nah, fuck that, I'm spending on this event. Like, we don't really have those guys, so it's like everyone's kind of like an on board type of person, which is how it should be.
Except for the random person that puts on 150,000 points on a Lion's Treasure event.
Fucking Honey Dick in you, bro.
Not Neo. It's damn.
That's
It's not even Neo stuff. Yeah, Zor.
Yeah.
Logged on. It was like 5 minutes in. He had 150,000 points. I was like, this is bullshit.
And like a million gifts in the hall, the little fucking embassy.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you didn't get the new update where you just click a bunch and then that's a lifesaver. But
it was huge.
Now we the people who've been doing it for so long, the abs that we have created in our thumbs is gonna go away.
For it. That was training for Void, dude. I enjoyed that. It was getting your speed clicking going.
That's how I am a speedmaster in grabbing gifts. Because I was super fast in clicking those things out that whenever somebody posts a GIF, I'm like almost like 95% of the time, I'm the first one who grabs the gifts.
That's like bullet.
Even if I'm not even online. I'm logging in. I'm still the first one or the last one, but I will still get the gift.
That's fucking insane. Yeah, I always miss the gifts. I'm like the worst clicker on it. But I really don't try to grab them anymore. I try to let the guys that don't really spend too much grab those.
Yeah.
Like, all right, you guys grab them. You guys build your shit up because we're gonna need you guys regardless. That helps out. Yeah. I think Alliance gifts are fire. You can get.
Imagine
They are, but I think they need to be better because I mean, if you think about it, man, it takes a lot of Alliance gifts to even get like one speed.
Well, that's not true because
imagine your luck getting the 1x1 speed.
Fragment. I've gotten ×2 50s before. Like I was hyped.
Yeah, no, it's definitely true, and that basically lets you participate in 1/3 of a speed attack. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's participation, though. You'll be there. You'll make it.
But I mean, also something that a lot of people should start focusing on was when you're doing like some speed attacks. Like I've noticed that I burn through 50s.
Yeah, I overuse. I definitely overuse. I need to stop that.
I definitely overuse a lot, but I've learned actually like joking around when we were joking around in Doom that one time trying to break the record to see how fast we can bang it out is when you actually like initially start off with like a 25%. It works so much better if you initially start with like a 25. You save so much 50%.
Yeah, I know. No one really uses like I always have a stack of 25s because they're just not good, obviously. But yeah, you probably should even hit 25s twice and then switch to the 50.
Exactly. So I'm actually like I used to have like I want to say a stack of like 725% at one point. Like I just never used them. I just kept letting them sit there. Like never.
That's insane.
It was I literally just never even look at the 25% at the top. I just fucking 50. Even if I'm out of fucking gold, even if I'm out of 50s, I'll just use the 500 gold instead of just using the 25%.
So you're just accumulating 25%?
Basically. What happened, Ringo?
I said I only use the 25s, so no one labels me as an elitist.
No, fucking
Shut up. You're a whale too, Ringo. You're a secret whale.
Secret whale.
So it's not a secret anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's everywhere.
Pushing gold titans. Yeah, we see you.
We've been watching.
Yeah, well,
What happened, B-Time?
is that I'm like 200K away from C40.
Me
I'm not
too.
gonna lie.
Me too.
I'm like, I literally do everything possible not to do it.
I'm 205. 205,000 uranium away from cannons and tanks.
Listen, some of us are still trying to get their first EMPs. Take it easy.
Take it.
Okay.
I'm
I
taking.
hate. I've always hated EMPs.
Yeah, I've never really been a fan of them. I've always been a cannon guy, but like the EMPs definitely showed they were better than the fucking Doomsday cannons. So I mean, gotta
Once I get EMPs, all the bigger cities are going to have cannons, and then I'm going to be useless again in terms of getting kills.
Nah, this stat
bro.
kills.
You'd be surprised. I mean, we still got mid ranges that are fucking stealing all our kills. Fucking mid ranges. Demon especially. That motherfucker, bro. I joined
He gets a lot of kills.
Bro, I joined an attack with him. And I was there first. So he joined an attack with me. I was there first. Bro, I looked at the kill report. I was all excited. I was like, oh, that was a fat target. I go look at the kills. I had like 200K kills. This dude had like 1.4.
I know, it's insane.
Oh,
It just all depends on who gets that hit on the big target, you know?
No, it was the same target. We hit the same fucking target.
No. I'm sorry. I mean the target within like the army, right? So if he has like 1.1 million snipers and the rockets just hit the snipers, then that's where they're getting all the kills from.
Bro, it makes me so disgusted. I was sitting there so mad. I was like, this motherfucker stole all those kills. I couldn't even separate and give me like half. Fuck.
Yeah, nah.
Once you get cannons, it's gonna be a huge difference. Like you'll get more kills. Like I actually have better stats than him in some areas, but because he has cannons, he out kills me.
Who, Maverick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's initially like for us, our formations are all the same, so it's kind of like literally like they coincide with each other. So it's like the way the formations work, it's weird how like you can see like certain attacks, like we could run that same shit like 3 or 4 times and it always like lopsides and goes different ways. Like we could literally hit the same situation multiple times, and like sometimes the long rangers will take all the kills, sometimes the mid rangers will take all the kills. It's the weirdest shit.
Yeah, I don't really understand exactly how it works.
I feel like it's just a luck of the draw sometimes.
All I know is I'm 25% away from 1,500.
Nice.
That was the goal.
Nice, man. Nice. And Void, I'm 50% away. But in the uranium mines, I'm quite some distance away.
Barry,
Where are you at?
said,
Huh?
Cannon said they told me that in this podcast they would be giving away AOZ coins.
Oh, shit. I mean, we could
giving away
And
coins,
then
Barry.
he left because you didn't.
It's okay. Cannon will be alright. He's always like a
Cannon's just fine. Cannon's also a secret whale.
low key. It makes no sense.
He really is a low key whale. He started throwing up. He's got a purple plane too, Barry.
Yeah, no, so I honey dicked him. I'm not even gonna hold you. I honey dicked the fuck out of him. So like there was that week that
They're chained. They're chained.
There was a week where I was sitting down hanging out. And I was like, yo, I'm fucking sick of this blue plane. And I literally went from like tier 3 blue or something like that 3rd tier all the way to purple. And I just banged it all out within like 2-3 days. And Cannon was sitting there and he was the same level as I was. So he was like, nah, fuck that. He just seen him magically go all the way to purple like the day after I did. Like, but what the fuck did you do? Where'd you get all those packs? Like, what the
He
fuck?
sold a lot of cocaine that week.
Yo, no bullshit. That had me dying laughing. But now he's still doing it. He's still trying to catch up to where I'm currently at right now.
Do we know how planes work for sure? Does it average out, or like if shade's in, can I just have a green plane for the rest of my life?
So you can actually look. I believe if you click on your plane, let me go actually take a look at it real quick.
The best plane takes over.
I think Chicken would probably know that answer actually.
Yeah, come on, Cluck Cluck. Speak up.
That's what my understanding is.
I'm pretty sure it goes with the best plane, just like Titans in a sense.
Because those are things aren't averaged out unless it's like a specific what's called talent that has like the eye on a circle with the eye, and
Yeah.
then that part gets averaged out. For the most part, the best talent takes over. Like I told a lot of my players, like, hey, unless you're gonna go solo, like level up all your skills and you're on word because like if we're the same attack, my officers will always take over.
Well, that's how I always try and guide. I have my average Joe chat that I neglected gratefully, greatly. I abandoned them. But if you're somebody that's just you're gonna be your main goal is your team attacks, then yeah, I'd rather them be pumping money into their officers, their UWs, their extensions, because I'd rather them have their LRA and MRA stats up than them be focusing on a plane that really only matters for uranium mines and solo attacks, which they don't need to focus on that as much.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't recommend like most like your average Joes to go ham on your plane, because like I mean in a sense yes it does come down, it does seem to come down to whose strongest plane is kind of given the most, but if they're anything like Titans, I mean if you look in Titans, the majority of the stuff does average out. Like your source energy guard, for example, that actually averages out amongst all the players in the alliance that are sending Titans. So if let's say somebody has a level 1 and somebody has it maxed out, and what's maxed out, level 20 or 25 on the talent?
I forget.
It's level 20.
All right, so level 20. So let's say you have a level 1 and a level 20 in a fight, it will average down to level 10.
So why don't we just tell people not to send their Titans?
Well, there's
That's
because the HP and the attack and everything like stacks up.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So your Titans would die a lot faster in a sense.
So that's why that guy from 299 has like 20 cities in there with T4s because the Titans survive longer because it's all just stacking up.
Correct. You're just constantly refilling the HP and the attack.
Yeah.
Which is also
I'll be back. Lily woke up.
Which is also weirdly a case when it comes to I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but when you retreat, when somebody retreats, if you watch a report when they retreat, your Titan, so like your health will be down. If you watch your Titan's health when they retreat, it goes back up to 100%. So let's say somebody is like the first attacker and their troops are already almost dead. They decide to retreat. It'll fill up the HP and the HP of the Titans again. But their troops are already dead. So it's like if they're retreating, it's not that serious.
I've never seen that, but you shouldn't have said anything. The Cowboys going to listen to this.
I mean, it's all good. I'm just showing. Honestly, it's a podcast meant to learn. I've noticed it. I've picked up on it. It's a very tough thing to learn how to like calculate and get done right. So I mean, if you can figure out and how to calculate to get it done right, bravo to you.
Yeah, right now, once I get the C4, get them up to like level 30, 34, hopefully.
Your
And then
Titans
just go
are?
from there. What was that?
You said your Titans are what, level 34?
No, right now they're at level 29, 28.
Jesus, bro, you just flag so hard on those, like on the overall levels.
Yeah, but dude, to be honest with you, like my tides are so stronger than most people's tides.
Nah, they are. I mean, I was the same way for the longest time. Like I had really low Titan levels, like overall. My Titans were good. They were just low levels.
Yes. So if I lose like, because like their titans survive longer than my titans, so that's the only reason I am really losing. But I'm just focused on C40 right now, and then once I go C40, then I'm just gonna buy the meat every Thursday. Well, not every Thursday for me. It's when it goes on sale, so I'm just gonna buy every pack and then just level them up, so all my talents go up with it.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
that's the goal.
the overall level really shouldn't matter until you do your talents, like get them all up. That was something Chicken told me a long time ago.
Wait, what do you say?
To make sure that like you level the important talents all the way up before you start worrying about the next level. Or at
Yeah,
least,
Oh,
that's what I did on mine too.
all
yeah.
my talents are level 14. Like, so I can't go up on any of those. So basically, my talents get maxed out almost as soon as that level goes up. I just know at level 30 they level up every level after that. So it's kind of like I'll do that. We get the female 30, get the male 30, and then get the talents to level 15 for the female. All the ones that I really need.
The talents of fire when you get to like a certain level, I noticed that the percentages go up dramatically after a certain percentage. I mean, after a certain like level.
Like the energy source.
I couldn't hear anything you just said.
I said from level 15 to level 20 on the energy source card. It's like literally like a 5%, 5-10% increase overall.
That's solid. That's solid.
Dude, the amount you're gonna pay for it, no, it's not.
You don't think so?
It is for 10% gain, you're gonna literally spend like over $1,000 to get it to level 20.
I mean,
Like that's insane.
Source Energy Guard though, like I've always taken it slow and just done it, but like I do it over time. Like I just constantly doing it. Like I believe Jawless probably I believe I had it maxed for my overall level, if I'm not mistaken. My current one is not.
Yeah, so mine's level 14, but even on the
Yeah.
equipment side, like it's almost level 26.
Yeah, so I'm
And so
getting
it's
ready.
like
I save up, so I I'm weird like that. Like I'll save up until I can do like 2 or 3 upgrades at once for it.
I just level up every chance I get.
So like
But I did.
right now I can do a level, and I'm like halfway to being able to do a second level of it.
Yeah. So right now, like, used to go expensive Valkyrie from 373. Like, we did the math from tier one purple to the gold one, what it would cost, and it's not as bad as I thought, but it's still pretty bad.
For the plane,
Yeah.
it's just pretty bad. Like pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know how much it is? Like from
It's like
tier
what?
one,
Isn't it like 6 grand from?
$4,300.
All right, yeah, it was close.
So it's not as bad as I thought, but it's still I'm like to spend 5 grand to get a purple plane. I'm just like, yeah. I think
We
I'll
we need to have a support group for Woody because he thought it would be a good idea to get a second plane up to purple. So we should probably talk to him.
Yeah. He's trying to get that one to have on defense when his main one's out.
But why? I mean, nobody's gonna hit him.
I don't know. I don't know.
Where in his glow, there's sorry, my nose is like I'm so sick right now, guys. I'm sorry. It hits glow. He's technically like the strongest, so there's no way somebody could hit him, even if they come in with 80 to 70 people or more. It's not gonna damage as much.
Yeah, that's what I said. And homie's
gold reserves is kind of getting a little low. I saw that last night. I was like, right,
Mm.
get it up.
And he wants to get a purple plane. That's even though the skills do transfer to each plane, upgrading the plane it costs a lot because it require once you reach to tier 2 or of purple or was it tier 1, I'm not sure, it gets another resource to it gets added, like it's asking you for, oh, you need this as well to upgrade, you know.
In all fairness, in his aspect though, he really doesn't have much to upgrade anymore. And in his defense on that, like we really what more does he have to do? I mean, his city's borderline max, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I would just buy gold and heals and speed.
Yeah, but I mean, in an aspect,
Really
if he's upgrading another plane, he's technically, in theory, he's buying gold.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was just saying, I thought it was wild. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him that at least. At least he's stacking up gold. He's upgrading something in the process. There's not really much he can upgrade anymore in that aspect. I mean, if his unworldlies weren't maxed or something, yeah, I'd say he probably should worry about the unworldlies being maxed. Like, for sure. Like, I mean, if you have nothing else to upgrade, like, fuck the fucking second purple plane, I'd go strictly on statistics and just go ham on statistics.
yeah, his officers look max too. Like when I was talking to him the other day, just the amount of like all his stuff is like triple S, and even if he wants to do like those unworldly swaps, you know, he'd have 600 of this officer frags. I mean, so he can essentially go right away, try this, and then swap it right back over if he doesn't like it. It's crazy. I'm like, dude, that's wild.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's definitely fire. Yeah,
Did you guys see,
Max City.
Did you guys see Nation 1 merge their alliances?
Yeah, I seen that. I seen the Nation 30 like tag. They changed like the name of the
No, Nation 1, not 30.
Yeah, World 30. Sorry, it's the new.
No,
name
1, not 30.
Oh, not 30. Nation 1 did it.
Yeah, they just did it.
How they looking? They look solid.
Yeah, they have 7 billion BP.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but aren't they like kind of like a fucking like whack nation kind of?
Sort of, but now that they merged, they might like climb back up.
Oh shit! A little revitalization for World 1. Let me find out. I feel like that's a bit late though. They probably should have just waited for a merger.
I mean, I don't know how soon they'd get one or how good it would be.
True.
Because they're still pretty fat.
Well, now they look even fatter. When your fucking top alliance is 7 billion BP, that's fucking nuts. That's a lot of BP. The fuck? God damn.
Yeah, but if you don't have those big cities, like, there's nothing to hit them.
Bro, I wouldn't hit this. I wouldn't. Nah, that's hefty. It's hefty. 7 billion, especially that they merged now. They're probably gonna be active as fuck.
But like,
Yeah, like they were still like 8th before they merged with WOF, WOF.
So what was it, AOD and WOF? They all merged.
Yeah.
Nice, good for them. Fuck yeah. What was World 30 doing? Why'd they change their name to the NNN Alliance? Change their name or whatever, the NX3 or whatever. The hell they get themselves into? They just changed the names.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I said, why Nation 30? Why NX3 change their name to W30?
Fuck knows. Just rebranding.
Rebranding? That's real. I like that NX3 though. World 30 seems kind of fucking boring. Seems like a boring name. It's like me changing my alliance name to 385. It's weird. It's weird. Anything else you guys want to like bring up? Any topics? Let's see. Who can I bother?
No, I didn't. Decent.
What?
How was Frenzy? Even though nobody cares about Frenzy, but I guess that's a topic, right?
Yeah, no, that's a topic.
We lost again.
It was atrocious.
Who'd you play, Chicken?
278.
278?
278.
Is that SPS?
Oh, that's Jazz and Monsters Nation.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever won a frenzy.
You guys just
Wait,
don't care.
Nope.
That's
I
real.
mean, it's just Frenzy.
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, I use it for practice. I think it's a really good way to practice and like give morale to some of your players, kind of get a little bit of boost in their confidence, so to speak.
I mean, it used to be a good practice for TAs, back in the day when it was not about speeds.
Well, you can still do so in a sense when it comes to towers. I mean, you can practice like how many people you can get online, for example. Like how many people can we get online? Like so how much can we take on? Like how much rain can we actually handle as a group? Like that's always possible. The towers I think are good in that aspect because you can really see how much shit you guys can take.
And also, it helps people practice more on the gift time strategy with TAs. Because a lot of nations use that a lot during GC,
It's odd. I could never really like do the gift box time. I feel like it's just too confusing for a lot of people. So I just do a different method for when I call attacks.
Oh.
Like I use gift box and we burn everything because like no one's late. It's on point.
Yeah, I mean, gift box we do use for GC. We will use for GC. It works well in GC, but I think it's just way too slow for me when it comes down to like a void or a frenzy. It's way too slow for me. So when I'm calling the attacks for like a frenzy or a void, I don't use that shit at all. I use a completely different method, which works well. Like if you're catching a speed attack from me, it's gonna work well.
Yeah, the one thing I've done is frenzy open my city.
You're lagging.
Yeah, hard.
I'm still lagging?
Yeah, you're still lagging.
I think because it switched over to Wi-Fi now. What about now?
Oh my God.
It's a little better.
A little better, but I'm gonna buy you an.
Should be better.
Golf cart.
Yeah, be sounding like you have like your phone in your mouth or something.
It should be good now.
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
He put some seasoning on his phone.
No, I go from Wi-Fi to regular, like just my internet on my phone. That's when it switch off and lags.
Yeah, it sounded like you were eating your phone for a while.
No, yeah, but I was saying, I open my city up. I see how many are on. I say, all right, well, I'm gonna bait them. This is your point. This is your chance to get points. And then I open up the city, and then they think they're getting me, and then I let them come, and then we just rain it, and then basically see how many we can get on, and then how many they think they can get to burn me. And yeah, like who was it? Top tried to burn me with like 30 people, and they just got smacked.
In Frenzy, you open up?
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this: How many Axeman do you have to bait them?
Shut up, Dallas.
How many T4s did you had in your city?
I honestly don't even have like, I want to say like 10,000 T4s, if anything.
I don't even have a single T4 troop right now.
Well, it's because it was a while. It was just
T4,
T4, so I was like, I can't even send my Titans and planes because I don't have enough T4s. Like, so I'm just like, whatever. I'm just gonna leave them there.
Yeah,
but
if you take off your strategy officers and your reactor, you can lower like how many troops you need to send.
No, I still can't even get my Titans and planes to go with it.
That's crazy.
Like, because I don't have
out to that guy in 379 with like 4 million T4.
Oh my God! I seen that report. I was looking through like all the reports because obviously it wasn't there, but I was looking through, and I seen that fucking report and I was disgusted, dude. That shit is terrible.
Dallas, just to answer your question, I have about 600K Axemen.
Yeah, that would be a lot.
You need 1 million.
Yeah.
I need a
There's
million.
Yeah, that's what
there's a
that's what pretty
guy,
much says.
Jealous.
Fake horse.
Jealous. There's a guy in 175 who has
Yeah.
14 million T4s, T1s
I
troops.
seen that report. Baby Oracle hit him.
It was Kari from
Oh yes,
183.
but Baby Oracle hit one as well. I see, like they were like
Yeah.
chatting about it, and they both had like a 14 million kill report. It was fucking insane.
Yes, yes, I see it. It's right there.
Yo, that's nuts. Like how are these people like who's letting them live? Like how much BP does that
It's
player have?
175. They're chill.
They're chill.
How much money are you wasting on T4s?
Meaning
just-
they're in peace. They don't kill it.
They're just,
Nah, I mean to be honest with you, like I can make.
I would accidentally hit that every day.
I think I would. If I'm right, every 8 hours or 7 hours, I can make like 2,000. So what? In a whole day, you're making 3 batches. So that's 6, 2, 4. Yeah, six times what? 12. So yeah, or 7. I mean, 14,000 a week. So that can add up pretty quick.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're not actually recruiting real troops anymore. You're just recruiting fucking a shit ton of T4, dude. Fuck that. I'm recruiting real troops. I ain't got time for that.
Well, I mean, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, if you have the
Like I need
time and
shredders
everything.
all the time. I need shredders all the time. Like I can't be sitting there wasting my valuable time to recruit shredders on fucking T4.
I haven't recruited like use any speeds in like 5 months.
Nice.
I haven't like
you hit cannons, you're gonna have a shit ton of them and tanks.
Yeah, I think I'm only gonna get like X amount of tanks, but the rest are just gonna be cannons. Because I already have a front line, so I'm just like, all right, I'll just get the cannons to just kill everything.
I'm going for a bit of both. I'm gonna just go ham on a little bit of both.
Yo, Barry,
Yeah.
you should watch our BBB Elite War. It's on Nation Chat.
It's on Nation Chat?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll go check it out.
I also made a video of 52 against BBB Elite War.
Are they? What's going on with them? Why everybody's beating up on them?
On BBB?
Yeah.
They just don't have enough people.
Well, a lot of their players have, not a lot, but a good chunk of their players have left, so they don't have enough of activity. Mostly, you will get from when you're hitting them, it's like 50 players to 60. You know, if your alliance can bring 70 to 80, maybe 90, then you should be able to win. Depending, the stats, because they still have Asahi, which is like the number one strongest mid-range player.
Yeah.
She will be speeding around.
Yeah, that's dangerous. I'll give them a try, but right now we haven't really been challenging Elite Wars. We've been kind of just holding off, chilling, and stacking for GC. We're really stacking our speeds, our heals, gold.
So you plan on reaching GC final?
But we want to win it. That's the goal. Is we're trying to win.
Ooh, so does that mean 385 GC final live stream?
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Meaning me.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. That's the game plan. I really do want to try and win this. Like that's one of my biggest goals in the game is to be able to win that. So
Yeah.
at least have that
It'll
under my
be
belt.
depending who's your opponent, because like I never seen your bracket, so I'll go check later because I don't know much. I know for Globe 1 throughout, it's gonna end up being 255, maybe 269, maybe 299, and maybe World 1. I'm not sure. But I do heard that 299 was not trying, so it could be 99. They're gonna reach it. I don't know. The finale.
So 99, you're crazy.
Well, because they've been getting, easy opponents, so they scored a lot of points, enough to stay the top of the list. So I don't know, maybe they'll try.
They'd have to get a lucky semi-final, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, they've been lucky since now. Maybe they'll keep being lucky. Who knows?
For us, we have to worry about 320, which is Rexy. Who was the other nation? 379, Marcus and Pool Red.
I ain't worried about Joker because fuck that guy.
About who? Marcus?
3-4. So
343 solid. 442 is the Chinese lock nation. And what was the other? 333. Those will be the nations we have to be kind of concerned about. I'm not too worried about them, I'd say. I'm hoping we catch at least one of those nations early on, so we can take them out early on, instead of having to deal with two or three of those nations at once.
Honestly, the only nation I'd really be worried about is actually Pool Route and Marcus, just because they'll try and focus on burning our cities down. That's going to be Pool Route's tactic, at least.
Yeah, but they don't have the cities to actually win against you. No?
Yeah, nah, they don't. I don't think they would be able to take us on head on.
Barry, you have some YouTube comments, questions.
Oh, do I?
Fish T1 says, "Hey Barry, you have uploaded a video of GC with a monster city, but the screen is kind of blurry and not clear to watch. Can you please re-upload with full screen?"
Which one is he talking about? The GC. Oh,
I forgot Nation 1. Yeah.
My global conquest one when I was using Lead God's City. I can see. I don't know if I still have that. I believe I was alive.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to like resize it.
Yeah, that was alive.
I did forget that since AOD and WOF had a merger together, World 1 is kind of strong now, so I'm sure they're trying to push to get to GC for now and win it. They have some good activity and they have strong cities, so there's potential there that they could win. But 255 overall, I feel like 255 is gonna win it. Shout out to Baby Oracle.
Yeah, baby. I have her in what's it called? DOD right now.
Yeah, very strong alliance.
I can't even see my YouTube. So weird. It's weird. Like, I see YouTube. Oh, I see all the comments now. Oh shit. I might have messed some things up.
My bad.
No, that's okay. Yeah, I can try and fix it. We'll see.
Ringo, you said your GC. Ringo? I mean, not GC. Your Frenzy. Your Frenzy.
Yeah, it was like mad gay for like a long time.
Tell us about it.
I mean, like, you know, there's people that use T4 for sure. You know, and I talked to Pool and Marcus after this, so I'm not trying to throw shade at them either. You know, we faced them before, like several times, Frenzy Void and, you know, whatever. And they've improved a lot. And I think they had to do it to kind of, you know, counteract like what we're good at. So it stopped us playing for a little bit, to be honest, until we're like, all right, cool, let's try to figure out this, figure out that. Because I was trying to kick, you know, one of their groups from a tower. I forget who was holding it. And I come and pull up the report. I'm like, oh, that's Marcus. But I like won the report, right? Or no, I think I might have lost because it was Titans. But anyway, I had killed an absurd amount. I'm like, how is that if it's him? And I go to look and I'm like, oh man, you know, that's lame. But, you know, it is what it is. I mean, and once we started back playing again, you know, at large, you know, it was kind of a bad weekend for participation for us. So they outnumbered us on a lot. So that was kind of interesting. And it was essentially like every 5-10 minutes. I mean, it was about a 2 to 500 mil point swing. And essentially, once it got down to a certain amount, you know, we just told people to, hey, bubble up. And we got back in our tower. And then at a certain time, we just kind of pulled back because they're like, there's no way that, you know, they can make up those points. I think we won by like 300 mil, like the nation. Like it was crazy close, you know.
You're forgetting that you're in 385.
Sometimes. I'm a rambling man. I travel.
Travel.
Where's he travels?
Ringo's a hoe.
Ringo's a hoe.
I gotta pay for this stuff somehow.
Working them corners.
Yeah.
Heard that. 385 is a funny place, though. A lot of fuckery.
I see Scaff for 524 down there.
Yeah, he's here.
How was your frenzy?
He had Raz, I believe.
How did that go? I'm sure
Yeah,
Raz wanted to go against Great One or something.
We had big old Raz. Raz, he threatened to not play if Great One played. He wanted to, I guess, prove that we were a nation that depended only on Great One.
Classic.
And
classic.
That is such a bitch ass comment.
Yeah, like.
Didn't he
how
do
are
the
we gonna
same
ask-
thing when Barry was got his nation for Void or something?
Me?
Didn't you guys get them for Void?
We got them a while.
Like when Maddie was no when Maddie was still playing.
Oh,
You guys got them for Void, right?
524 did, yeah.
Yeah. I remember there was like
we
kind of the same comment.
Yeah, when we had Raz for Void, it was because he was talking shit, so we requested it, and they honored it the very next week. And that was right after his other alliance had attacked him alliance-wide, and they didn't zero him out, but they killed, I don't know, 1 or 2 million troops. And he said he's hurt, he's got to recover, and he literally played about 20 seconds of the entire Void. He made one attack, and he just bubbled up for the rest.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
Yeah, so he did play a little bit. I think he got third place. Between towers, and there's always idiots in our nation, just like everybody's nation. So he did find those idiots. But I mean, I will give him this 374. They were pretty tight, but I guess after you've been in Civil War for a while, it kind of gets everybody on the program. And they were bubbled up tight. The people that weren't bubbled were T4, So we did hit Raz in the very beginning, but it wasn't enough of us to get him. We did win in points. But after I'm talking about within the first 5 minutes, we hit him, and he played really, really safe after that. But we won. We beat him.
As expected.
Was there a lot of, I don't know, big attacks or,
No, we got one guy. He was in the other alliance. He had like 6 million troops, and he wasn't porting around. He was just speed attacking from where he was at in our nation. So we hit him and killed it was frenzy, so they didn't really die, but we killed like 4 million of his troops. But other than that, no, like I said, they played, besides those two, they played really, really safe.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. But hey, you won.
Yeah, we won, but not, I wouldn't want to face 374 again. It really wasn't a fun day.
Yeah, it was low scoring.
I mean, it's better than against a nation that is fully T4.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You don't want to meet one of those. You don't want to.
No, absolutely fucking not. I'm good on those.
That's why I put on global chat there. T4 is the way, and it's skill and all that. It's like, well, fine, fuck you. I'll just blow you out in recruiting and bubble the whole time. There's your fun. There's your skill. Bye.
Did you guys see the Facebook post of somebody? I'm not sure if they were complaining or they were mentioning about T4s being like the meta, but there was this Facebook post in the main AOZ Facebook, and it just I don't know, went wild of how people hate the T4 and how other people are like, oh, you guys are just what they're saying, that will complain about it or don't cry about it, whatnot, you know. But like
Well,
people don't
everybody knows.
understand. Like people don't understand until you meet a nation like that and you play a nation like that. You understand the other person's perspective of this is terrible and this is boring. Like why, you know?
No, it's definitely
Yep.
boring. I don't think any main alliance should ever use T4. It's a waste of money. That's just me.
Yeah.
I just like to kill monsters.
Facts.
It's literally all I play this game for. Put a monster in front of me. Let's try and kill him or lose a bunch of troops. That's really all
thought you were
I
talking
like
about
to do.
zombies.
No.
I
No.
play for the tower defense.
Play for tower defense, Chalice.
Well, that's why we all started. Yes, it was the lie of tower defense games.
Nah, I do.
I only like to gather. That's all I do.
I play for those moments of burning a big city, blowing him up, or her. Those.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
that
not gonna
fucking
lie,
bar
that's,
switches.
Wait, what happened?
That's one of the brought me to 385 when you had me playing Drama City, and even before the merge, you know, just coming online and be like, all right, this C39 thinks he's going to just sit there on bubble. Let's fuck him up. We'll get 50, 60 people. And boom, like delete 2 million troops, 3 million troops off a hit, and then watch him bubble and not recover. That's the action I like for.
Yeah, that's what makes your balls tingle right there. I'll tell you that.
That definitely it gets the people going.
It does.
It really,
Honestly, and you see alliance participation skyrocket after things like that happen.
Oh my
because everyone wants in on that,
bro. So for me, I feel like the love of that came after when we created Day. Before it was when it was TKE, and we decided we're gonna just merge all the top active people together and let's make a new alliance, and we named it Day. In our first void together, we came out and we zeroed, what was it, 236s. Like C38 just got released, so there was like our globe didn't really have like C38 yet, but there was a few C36s that were very high BP for our nation at the time. I mean, for our globe at the time. I think they were like 50, 60 million BP. And like we were like, all right, yo, let's try and burn these guys. 5 minutes into void, one of the guys ports on the black mud right near us. And
no, it wasn't Black Mud. It was either Perpetual
it was the governor.
or Watson.
It was the governor. Yeah, it was the governor.
Yeah.
He ports right there and starts attacking like fucking VVV or some shit like that at the time. And we just ran into this guy's city. I mean, we gangbanged him. Like, killed every last bit of his troops. Zero.
Dude bubbled up and never moved again. That was it.
He never logged back into the game
again. He died.
His city literally is still dead to this day. Like, he never came back. And then we got another guy as well, the same exact void. Like, we literally zeroed another 50, 60 million BPC 36. Same exact void. That right there was the love of Day right there.
Yep.
That
changed our entire philosophy forever.
Facts. Kill monsters. Fuck that. Let's kill them.
Yep.
Burn them all.
Hey, when are we going to 997 to combat the fake Day?
Oh, fake Day? I think they might have changed the name. I think they might have.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah.
So what was the end result with that? Did they really change the name and the picture? Because they also grab your picture, right?
Yeah, they didn't. So originally they were trying to say, "Oh, we don't even know the original Day. Like we've never even seen you guys before, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about." Meanwhile, their leader, their R5, was in Day Discord for months since actually their nation was borderline created. So it was hilarious that like, oh yeah, we've never even heard of you, bro. You're literally in my Discord that is called Death Awaits You.
Who was the leader?
Some random dude. I forget his fucking name, but we were all fucking with him in shit chat. It was fucking hilarious. There was some dude that didn't even have a tag because he never put his original nation number on.
Gotcha.
But we had seen him and realized who it was, and he tried to like defend his point that he still didn't know who we were. Meanwhile, he's sitting in our Discord talking to us. That shit was hilarious. Funny times, funny times.
Good times.
No originality. No originality.
They could have at least made their own flag, you know?
Exactly. Like, at least like change it up a little bit, man. But like, fuck the whole entire like scheme. They better at least be somewhat solid. Can't be out here making Day look bad. It's like somebody taking ED1 or fucking Sin in some shit nation and being a shit alliance.
Well, it did happen to Sin. I'm not sure which nation it was. Probably the 800s, if I recall. One of the Sin members found out, and I'm not sure if it got posted on Discord or on Facebook. I'm trying to remember. But there was another nation from like way far away that named their alliance Sin. And it was the same thing with what happened with yours. Like, oh, we never heard of Sin or blah, 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 this and that.
But they have the exact same photo and everything. It's like, bro, what? Come on now, dog. Like, I mean, if I wasn't like a known nation, like even like a top elite war nation, you know what I mean? Like alliance, like it would make sense. But like, bro, like every time you look at the top ranking elite wars, you're gonna see Sin, you're gonna see the ED1s, you're gonna see Day, you're gonna see fucking CCB, all these other nations, I mean, all these other alliances. Like to say that you don't know who they are is wild to me. Because when I first started the game and first seen Elite Wars, I looked at that ranking every fucking time I could to see like what people were doing and where alliances were, what's the progression rate, all that stuff.
I'm gonna make my own alliance and call it Night.
Knights. What? What?
You gotta stop
Like
quick
night
first.
or like night, like, you know,
Like nighttime.
towards. Oh.
Like to go combat day.
Oh my God.
Should do like week or year.
Weekend.
A weekend, yeah.
We only play during the weekend.
Exactly. All during the week we're sleeping.
You should use the Charlie Murphy picture as your flag with the caption "Darkness."
Oh, that would be fun.
I love writing this down.
All right, guys, but my time is up. I actually got to get going. Always a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. This was our last minute podcast, and I really do appreciate you guys all pulling up. But I do got to get going. I'll be
Enjoy, man.
Bud.
All right.